Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Simply Clarifying. Let me tell you that this gap in time is really fucking with me, so I don't know how long I'm going to keep it up. We're still in a testing phase though, so just hold on with me. If you think that I should do more a week than just one or two, let me know in the comments. But anyway, today we're going to talk about something totally super special, birthdays, and why they should be celebrated. People should celebrate them if they like you, and you should also celebrate, yourself because you like you, right? Like, it's a big deal. So, I'm not only going to share, opinions, it's like legit. It's important to celebrate these things, whether it's a big or just a little yay, whatever, okay? There are reasons you should. So let's jump into that real quick. First off, my birthday was yesterday. Today is April 1st. My birthday is March 31st. So thank you. Happy belated, all that good stuff. I had a fantastic fucking birthday, and I will get into that very shortly. But let me cover this part real quick, and then we'll get into all the mushy gushy, ooey gooey shit like that. All right, so why is it important to celebrate the birthday of someone you love? Okay? Celebrating the birthday of someone you love is important because it acts as a powerful affirmation of their existence and your relationship with them. Unlike collective holidays, a birthday is a personal holiday that focuses entirely on one individual, making them feel uniquely seen, valued, and special. Absolutely. Now, I know people on both sides of the spectrum, okay? I know the people who go over the top all the time, like, it's look at me, this is my day, queen of the day or the week or whatever. I know those people, seriously, you wouldn't know that it's not their birthday kind of deal, right? Like, it's self-parade, they're seen, they're heard, for sure. On the other side of the spectrum, I have also known people who don't really give a fuck, and if you didn't say, hey, happy birthday, they'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, thanks. And then that's it, like, it's just another day. Why do people get like that? You know what I mean? That's very depressing, because even though, let's face it, your mother was the one who did the most work to bring you here, you're still here, right? Like, you made that day, I mean, assuming you didn't have any crazy complications or anything, you made that day yours. All right? A little bit of yours. So you're here, you're fantastic, you should most definitely be celebrated. I know people who, when that day comes around and the year's gone, they get very depressed. Like, oh, it's another year. I didn't get to do this. What am I doing with myself? They start listing off the disappointments. Like, I'm this year, this many years old and I haven't done this yet and I haven't whatever. You're still alive. You know what I mean? Like, go that way with it. Instead of all the things you haven't done yet, mark it as I'm this, many years old. This is what I'm going to do this year. And then get it done. You know what I mean? Some people don't like to really think about it, celebrate it. Like, to some people, it's literally just another day, right? Which I get it. It is just another day. So you just calm down, all you literal motherfuckers. But anyway, a cupcake, even just like a small treat to yourself, a fucking day nap, if that's not something you're normally into. Something to just show the appreciation, yeah. Oh, this is about celebrating other people. So celebrating other people. Especially people you fucking live with. I don't understand how some people can just let somebody's birthday come and it's not a big deal, right? Like, you don't understand how easy it is to make someone's fucking day on their birthday. I mean, messages and all that, that's good, but like, if you're living with someone, like, let's say it's your partner, and let's say you don't really do much, okay? Like, you don't go on dates, you don't really, for the rest of the year, even if it's only down to this day, like, if you're that kind of person, and the person that you're sharing your life with is having a birthday, fucking celebrate that person. Go over the top, like, I mean, if you do nothing, over the top is really not that much. Like, you could literally get a birthday balloon and a cupcake, and even that shows that, hey, you know what day it is, you appreciate the fact that this person is there, and you want to celebrate them and make them feel seen and special and whatever, okay? I'm not saying that every birthday has to be this ginormous fucking look at me mega situation, but it should definitely be recognized. It should not be passed off as just another day, especially if your birthday comes around and that same person who's never really celebrated celebrates for you. You know what I mean? Puts thought and effort into a gift or a date or a dinner or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it should never be one-sided, and it should never ever be forgotten. Okay? Doesn't always have to be a grand finale situation, but something, you know? Always should be something. Okay? Now, here's why the celebration matters. It strengthens emotional bonds. So couples who celebrate each other's milestones, like birthdays, form stronger attachments and report higher relationship satisfaction. These rituals act as the glue that stabilize long-term connections. Makes sense, right? Because if you're in a house with somebody who never really goes out of their way the rest of the year, and then your birthday's just another day, that can get pretty fucking old pretty quick, I imagine. I don't know about that because, nah. Boost self-esteem. So receiving acknowledgement and love on a birthday provides a psychological checkpoint that reinforces a person's self-worth and belonging. Because even if you're like me and are really bad at receiving gifts or like surprises, because I don't know if it's like the mom in me or whatever, for everyone to focus on me and like try to surprise me and like get me gifts and shit like that, sometimes I feel bad about that. Why? I don't know. I'm getting a lot better in my years, but like, I'm somebody who, if I can do it, right, I love to surprise people. And I love to go that extra mile and like put a lot of thought into it and like really listen to the person and really try to make their day fucking special, memorable, and all that stuff. I should not be outshining anyone in the house that they live with, right? So it's kind of weird. It's happened, but like, it's kind of weird. But I've made people cry and, you know, have these core memories built and stuff like that. And that's amazing feeling for me. So I have to kind of check myself and be like, listen, if you feel that way doing this shit for other people, obviously they feel the same kind of way doing it for you. So get over yourself. Like, just, it's your birthday. So like, you just fucking move along, you know what I mean? So yeah. So combats neglect. Neglecting a loved one's birthday can unintentionally communicate that they are not a priority, potentially leading to feelings of being unseen and fueling long-term resentment. I know some of those as well. And I couldn't imagine. Like, I couldn't imagine waking up on my birthday and me being the only one who realizes, one, that it's my birthday, and two, like, that it's not just another day. And I know, for all the negatives out there, you're like, well, it is just another day. You don't have to do it. Good for you. Good for you. Move along. We're not doing that here today. All right, create shared memories. These occasions offer a chance to slow down in a fast-paced world, creating collective effervescence, a shared emotional experience that strengthens group bonds and become treasured memories. Right, like when you take an amazing trip, or you even have a sweet weekend, or you have a date that goes really, really well, or you get to do something as a family that you don't normally. It's things like that where everything, like the world just kind of can fuck off and slow down, because it's just a breakup in the routine of your every fucking day. You know what I mean? And it only happens once a year. I mean, unless you do the halfway birthday, and of course unbirthdays are totally a thing. And I pull that card sometimes, but you know. All right. Humanizes the relationship. It provides a specific occasion to say things that might otherwise go unspoken, expressing gratitude for that person's specific impact on your life. So even if you're not so good with the words and you don't, you know, like the touchy-feely, mushy-gushy stuff, take that day to do something out of your comfort zone, because It's not about you. It's about that person. So if you're with them or you care about them, like something. Don't just do nothing. Don't just fall into it's just another day, blah, 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 blah. No, we don't want to be like that, okay? We don't. Okay. So, while some people may not value their own birthdays, okay, many relationship experts suggest indulging those who do, as small gestures like a card or a favorite meal are meaningful concessions that meet, emotional needs. I myself on my birthday make it clear that I'm not cooking dinner. That is like one of my hands down, just not happening kind of deal. It works out, you know what I mean? So whether I pick it or somebody picks it for me, yeah. Why should you celebrate your own birthday? Okay. While it can feel uncomfortable to make yourself the center of attention, celebrating your own birthday is a vital act of self-affirmation that supports your mental and emotional well-being. It serves as a personal software update for your self-worth, reminding you that your existence is inherently valuable regardless of your recent achievements. So instead of being like, okay, well, I'm blank now and I haven't done shit with my life, or I haven't done this, I haven't done that, it's like, hey, I'm blank now and look at all the shit that I've done. And today is the start of a new year, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like it's a psychological checkpoint. It's a neurochemical boost, right? Because when you're being celebrated and stuff, all of those good hormones, the dopamine, the serotonin, the endorphins, they get going, and then the cortisol, like it's really, really low, right? Because you're not worried about the everyday shit, because this isn't another everyday. This is, hey, once upon a time, X amount of years ago, I came into this world, and let's face it, I made it a little bit brighter and happier and weirder and whatever else. No big deal. I myself, I don't like to go over there are some things, right? If I want to go shopping that day, I'll go shopping that day. I'm not going to cook dinner that day. I'm not going to do any house shit. I'm not doing that. But, it is my day. I only get one, right? There's Mother's Day too, but like, me, right? Mother's Day, I still got to think of all the other mothers, but like, on March 31st, me. Happy birthday to me. So, my husband is one of those where if I didn't tell him, hey, your birthday's blah, 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 he wouldn't, woof, kind of deal. Like, wouldn't even be bothered. And he's one of those that it's not a big deal, blah, whatever, okay? I'm not going to listen to that. As a kid, when he would have birthdays, they would have some gifts, but because he has a January birthday, about a month after Christmas, a lot of times he would get like the good gift for Christmas that also counted as a birthday gift. We have a daughter that has a birthday 10 days before Christmas, okay? And we always make it a point to separate it because that fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Nobody wants the combined situation. Like, because then their day comes and it's like, I don't ever want anyone I know to feel like that. I don't give a shit if they were born on Christmas Eve. You know what I mean? Like, not the same. Not related at all. Two totally different days. Two totally different events. Now, the people born on Christmas, I'm sorry. But, now that I knew about that, I don't know anybody that was born on Christmas. I don't believe. But, yeah. Oh. So, he could go the entire, he could probably go 3 years and not celebrate a birthday before he's like, wait a minute, how old am I? Yeah. So I make it a point, myself, my daughters, we make it a point to make his day really special. So like I said, when he was younger, they would bring out a cake and some kind of gift or whatever, but he doesn't like cake. And that's another big deal. Like, a birthday is not like a copy-paste situation for everybody. It's not the same for everybody. You can't just like, oh, so birthday cakes and candles and whatever. Like, if everyone else in the joint likes birthday cake, fine, get one. But like, for the birthday person, get them something that they like, right? Like, stick candles in his favorite fucking ice cream, or a tower of his favorite candy bars, or a big ass donut, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be about them, you can't just have a birthday. No, it's It's that person's birthday. So that kind of floors me when that kind of stuff happens. But we've always tried to make it really, really special. Now, because we've had so many together birthdays, him and I, it gets a little more challenging. You gotta definitely dig into the creative side of things, and yeah, it gets harder. Once upon a time, like in the earlier days, he's like, how about every year for my birthday you get me like a big tool type deal? All right, so chop saw 1 year and you know, whatever. We have a lot of that shit now. Like, we're pretty well set in tools, so it's like, oh yeah, that's cool, but now what? You know what I mean? And then you move on to like a different hobby, you know, you go through like things he likes, things he does, things he could do. And then you start switching to like experiences, okay? And that is something that is like, that was a good move. Last year was one of my bigger things for him because it was something that he'd always talked about doing on his bucket list kind of situation. But for some reason, life always got in the way, and a practical situation is what stopped him from doing it. Whether it was money, weather, time of the year, work, kids, it doesn't matter. Something always stood in the way. So I made a choice to like book this experience so that he could do it. It was skydiving, by the way, which scared the fuck out of me. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. What if I book this and he doesn't actually want to do it? Or what if I book this and his parachute doesn't actually open? Then it's my fault. And it's like, all this shit goes running through my head. But I had to like exit out, right? So as I'm bawling, I like call the place. They reassure me all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay. So I was going to leave it a surprise, right? And then he tells me that, okay, so on this specific day, his birthday, he's got a work function. And I'm like, fuck, like, oh, you do not, like, no, you don't. And like, okay, well, it's later, a little bit later, it'll be fine. And then he starts talking about how we need to get there early to set up. And eventually I just had to like pull out the cards. I'm like, no, we're not, because you're going to be jumping out of a plane at that time. And he's like, huh? Yeah. So then I had to tell him, and it was like, so by the time we get there and everything, we have to watch all the stuff, sign all the shit and all the stuff. But he ended up doing it and fucking loving it. Like, so glad that he did it. Said it was amazing and awesome and thanked me like this was a bucket list thing. This was a huge thing, and yeah, like, he's glad that I just did it, because if I would have asked, there would have been all these reasons why it's not practical to do it right now. But I went the route of, I know this is something that he wants, and this is his fucking day. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, I don't know exactly what to buy him. So let me just do the experience and get it. Like, celebrate him. It ended up working out, thankfully. So, yes. Now, my birthday this year. So, as birthdays, you know, celebrating it yourself, it's kind of like your personal new year, right? Like, even if you're quiet about it, you kind of reflect on your past year and what the next year could be and blah, 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 blah. And sometimes, you know, people really focus on the number itself and, oh my gosh, you're that much closer to who knows what. And they just take a depressive side. I don't really do the depressive side. At least not yet. So I'm not in there. But as far as like practicing self-compassion and shit like that, that's something that I've come to really appreciate. Okay? If there's something that I haven't yet done, it's yet. I don't put it in, I'm a failure, I haven't done this. Like, I've had those days. Don't get me wrong, I've had those days. But now I focus on like the positive shit. So like, I really try to back myself up. All the good stuff that I've done, that I am, that I can be, and I set realistic goals and expectations. But on the days, right, like, I feel like people always say, oh, it's not a big deal. I don't need anything, because I don't, right? There's nothing that I need right now in my life. There's nothing that I need, because I'm one of those people that through the year, if it's a dire need, I just fucking get it. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like I'm pretty easy to shop for because I have a lot of hobbies and I have a lot of very easy to get likes. You know what I mean? I like horror movies. I like creepy things, Halloween, going to the movies, going shopping, getting my nails done. There's all these things, right? So I feel like I'm pretty easy if someone wanted to do that. So my husband, I'm very lucky, let me just say. I'm very, very lucky. My husband has a very stressful job. He works many, many hours a week, and he still finds all the time to go above and beyond for me. Now, has it always been like grand situations? No. But thoughtfulness always comes. It doesn't matter the size of things. Like, I remember sitting with him watching a movie where, you know, the guy's like, oh, you want the moon, and da, da, da. For my birthday, he gives me one of those, you know, nightlight moon things, and like a scavenger hunt, and like just the thoughtfulness. On my birthday, I never ever feel forgotten, uncelebrated, unseen. Like, I know that there are people who are, and I feel really bad that they don't have my situation. You know what I mean? Like, somebody who has been with them long enough, who knows them well enough, honestly, he knows that if I tear up, he's done it. Like, ace in the hole, Kara's crying, like, not that it's good that the fucker wants to make me cry, but he just knows that it's that point of, I'm so overwhelmed with the thoughtfulness and just like the care, the love. Like, I feel like the most important person in the world. And if you have not felt that on your birthday or any other day, then maybe you need to think about who you're hanging with. I'm just saying. Or they need to step up. Or you just show them this video and be like, you need to do better, kind of deal. So, this year, we just like found out, and can't dive too far into it, but I just found out that we're getting ready to move eventually, like within a handful of months, okay? Starting as a military family, we've already done this thing where like you go place to place and you wait to really talk to people because you know that someone's going to move. Right. So the last place we lived in the same city for 10 years. So in 10 years, I met a lot of amazing people. 2 of my best friends still there, and they're in South Carolina. I now live in Georgia, right? But 2 of my best friends I met very different ways, but we've stayed in touch. Like, I've built community within my circle. Like, I've created a fucking circle from nothing. You know what I mean? And then I have to move. So I moved 2 hours west, you know, towards Atlanta. And okay, so now we don't see each other all the time. Like, it's only a couple times a year. And it's just different, right? It just sucks because here you are, you have to start over. Well, I've been here, I've been here 4.5 years now. And again, I've started from absolutely nothing. Now I have another best friend who lives here on top of my other, 2 best friends from there. So it's just like, I found a way to get somewhere from nothing, right? But just the thought of having to do that again is exhausting. Like, I don't want to do it. It actually like hurts to think about because I love these people and the comfort and all of this stuff, and it's just like, I don't want to do it again. Like, I'm probably not going to do it again for quite some time. And so this is where my head's been at. I'm not really thinking about my birthday or anything like that. I'm thinking about how much this is going to fucking suck that I have to start over again and all the shit that I have to do. And it's basically going to be me, my younger kids, and, this house. Just a house. I don't know where we're going to live, what the neighborhood's going to be like what people are going to be like, and it's even fucking farther away. So it's a psychological mind fuck when you think about it, because I'm someone who doesn't like to hang with a lot of people. But once I find my people, it's like, that's important to me. And just knowing that I'll go from that to nothing again is very just blah. So, my husband, thoughtful. This man, first, and my friends. I mean, my friends, I'm a little, right? So I don't know why they love me so much. I don't know sometimes. It's like, I don't know, but they do, right? So like last year, my husband orchestrated like this whole girls weekend, like got me a hotel room and you know, got my friends to come from South Carolina. My friend here kidnapped me and took me there for a night out and everything. It was amazing. And I cried because it's like, I missed my friends. I want, you know what I mean? He made something happen that I didn't even say out loud. You know, he just knew. And so this year, I'm dealing with all of this. And this year, like it was a couple days ago, Sunday. My friend here, she picks me up. She wants to kidnap me and take me somewhere. Doesn't tell me anything, whatever. All right, so we go, and she ends up taking me to an exhibit that I've wanted to go to, the serial killer exhibit in Atlanta. I'm like, holy fuck, like this is awesome. Like I've said that I wanted to go, but I never really pinpointed someone who wanted to spend hours walking through looking at all of the shit. But she did it. She surprised me. We went to dinner after that. She had already got me gifts. It's like, holy fuck, this is a lot. Then I get home that day, 3 days before my birthday, 2 days before my birthday, whatever. And there's decorations in the living room. And my family has set up a game for me, you know, to get tickets, to buy presents and shit like that. And it's like, my kids get me a bunch of self-care, spa stuff, relaxation shit. And it's just like, this is so sweet. Then they bring out this Jason cake. Let me see real quick. Let me see. They bring out this Jason cake that they made. Okay. See about it. Look at that. That's badass, right? Because they know me, they get me, they understand. But while I was being kidnapped and taken, they did this for me. And then my husband, now we're gamers, and I still play on like an Xbox One. During this move, when we move, I told him I was probably going to get, you know, the Series X because no new games come out and whatever. And the bastard got me a new Xbox. I cried. It's like, I could see that the self-care stuff, the new gaming system to be able to play newer games with these people that I'm moving even farther away from, it's like, so this is like a comfort thing for us getting ready to move and stuff. It's just like shit that I don't say out loud, but it's like he's in my head, you know? And it's so overwhelming that it was just, okay. So I assumed that yesterday, you know, my actual birthday, I thought it was going to be pretty low key. You know, I was going to go to Publix, get my free little bar cake and like call it a day. No, this, you know, this dude, he orchestrated my 2 South Carolina friends to come pick me up for breakfast. And so we went to breakfast, we went shopping, we went to do nails. And then I come home to my birthday dinner that is a whole fucking Thanksgiving spread. Because I love Thanksgiving and it's only, you know, once a year. A friend of mine will say, well, Thanksgiving is whenever you want to spend hours cooking, which is this many days. I mean, I do it for the one day, but I damn sure not going to do it any other day. So much, so much, like, love and everything. Like, it was just, it was an amazing birthday. I mean, it was kind of blocked out in a couple days, but it was just one of those, I will never forget it. Like, I will never forget it. So, if it is your birthday today, if it was yesterday, if it's tomorrow, if it's already passed, happy birthday, most definitely. Don't feel guilty for wanting to make the day abnormal compared to the rest of your schedule. And for the love of God, like, if you're celebrating somebody, whether it's a friend, a partner, a kid, or whatever, like even a little bit extra on top of your norm is huge for these people. Okay, it is a big deal. So even if you think you're wasting your time and you're going over the top and you're ridiculous or whatever, like as crazy as you think it might be, that's how big it's going to be to that person. It makes a huge difference. And if you're one of those people who don't recognize people's birthday and you don't do that, you need to change. You definitely need to change, especially if that person does the shit for you. Yeah. You definitely need to do better. So this has been all about birthdays, why we should celebrate it, how amazing my husband is. Let's everybody give, this is for my husband because it's so well deserved. And just like, yeah, I'm still living off of the high that's been the last couple days of my birthday. So anyway, with that, we're going to wrap it all in, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Happy birthday to you.